Hi, my name is Jennifer Trujillo. I'm currently taking an online speech class. We're actually doing our second presentation, and it's going to be on how to do sofrito. But before I begin, I want to go ahead and introduce the audience.
Hi, my name is Adriana.
Hi, my name is Enrique.
And I'm Jessica.
And I'm Grace.
So before you begin, you're going to need some ingredients. It's going to be, you need some onions, a green pepper, and some tomato. So you're going to start with the onions first. Go ahead and cut the onion in half. You're going to need to cut the onion in little cubes. So you just go ahead and cut it in cubes. And you do the same thing with the pepper. As you can see, I already have some pre-cut. So once that's done, you're going to come to the stove and you're going to go ahead and put your pot on the stove. I already had the stove on for a couple of minutes because you're going to need some oil. You can say it's about half a cup or a little less than half a cup of oil. You have to make sure that it's quite hot. So let me go ahead and put it on high there. While that's there heating up, you can come back and cut your tomato. Now the tomato, you should cut it in cubes as well, but I personally prefer to have them in little strips because once you fry them, they sort of disappear on you. So I just go ahead and cut that. So now that I hear that the oil is sizzling, just go ahead and grab the onions first because you want to make sure that those go ahead and get kind of see-through to clear. Yeah. So just be careful not to burn yourself because this is kind of hot. So it all depends on how many people or what exactly you're going to use the sofrito for. It can be used as a garnish as well as a seasoning. You can use it for many things. So let's say I use another spoon. So you stir that in a couple of minutes. So once you see that it's getting kind of clear, just make sure that the edges don't turn too brown because then it might taste a little burnt. Once the onions are clear, you go ahead and put in some pepper. Some people might use cilantro or actual scallions as well with this onion. So you stir that in a couple of minutes. Now, in many cases, this sofrito is going to be orangey or reddish color, and that's due to the tomato. In some other Spanish countries, they actually have a green sofrito that's also used primarily as a garnish, so it doesn't necessarily taste the same and it's actually green. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the tomato. Let me finish, this is kind of big there. And go ahead and place it in the frying pan. It's usually best to use the softest tomatoes, the juiciest ones, because it makes your seasoning redder. Go ahead and go ahead and you start stirring that in. As you can tell, it's sort of turning a little orangey. So you just keep turning. You can go ahead and put more onions. You can turn and cut more tomato. If you see that it's a little too much onions, kind of do at least the same ratio of onions as you do tomatoes. Go ahead and stick those in there. And just stir. I don't put salt in this. You can put some salt. but I prefer not to because some of the food I put the garnish on, you actually already have some salt in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this down. Take it off the stove so it won't burn me. I have already previously done some sofrito, as you can tell over here. Put in my little chili bowl. It's kind of orangey and looks kind of gooey, but you can use this either as an actual topping for some ground beef, as you can tell here. Let's stir that in. Here's the ground beef. So you can just grab some of that and stick it either on top. You can serve it like that, or you can go ahead and stir it in with the beef. You can also go ahead and put it on an actual rice and beef platter. Go ahead and also dab it onto the rice. It gives it an extra flavor. Or some chicken. You can use it as a type of dipping sauce. But my favorite is you just get a little taco, soft taco. You grab the beef. In some cases I already stir some sofrito in the beef and I put it in there. Now this beef has some beans in there to give it an extra boost of flavor, and then just put some more sofrito in it and just roll it up. And that's basically my presentation. So it was basically on sofrito, and I hope you liked the presentation.